First thing I wanted to cover was this. So I actually missed this. This story is almost a month old, but there was a school board mask vote in Tennessee, which I'm going to tomorrow, so that's going to be a blast. The school board was voting on whether the kids were going to have to wear masks in school. And if you guys don't know this, but recently, the amount of kids that have COVID since the same time last year has gone up by 400%. And kids can still spread it to their parents. And, you know, it's not even a vaccine mandate. It's just a mask mandate for schools. And they're voting on it democratically. And the reaction... Also, there was some studies from Duke University recently that talked about the effectiveness of kids masking and how... Anyway, if you want to look into it, that's your own research. Point is, kids wearing masks is useful to fight the COVID, okay? And a 400% increase, right, is pretty severe since the same time last year. Anyway, so the school board in Tennessee had a vote on the mask mandate, and there was some reactions from the local community that was not exactly productive, to say the least. So, let's take a look at this.
We know who you are. We know who you are. You can leave freely, but we will find you, and we know who you are. You will never be allowed in public again.
We know who you are, and we will find you. You will never be allowed in public again. That is just an active threat saying that if you vote a different way, or because you voted a different way than we want, we will come hurt you, kill you, whatever. Now they could say, oh, we never said hurt or kill. The implication is obvious, right?
Actions have consequences. If you vote for this, we will come for you in a non-violent way.
Okay, in a non-violent way. Yes, I know where you live. We know who you are. We will find you. You will never be allowed in public again in a non-violent way. It's like if someone, it's like on Twitch when you say like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill him in Minecraft. Like, just by putting in Minecraft or non-violent way at the end of the statement does not automatically make it not violent. And hey, Riverboat Jack, how's it going?
There are these books that I have, and I have them as a gift for you, the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. I didn't know they had sections on masks. By the way, George Washington once supported a vaccine mandate. I just want to throw that out there. And this isn't even a vaccine mandate, it's a mask mandate.
The Bill of Rights and the Federalist Papers. And
the Federalist Papers. Look, I don't know what you think is in the Federalist Papers, but the Federalist Papers do not agree with whatever the hell you believe. Trust me, Hamilton, when it comes to the Founding Fathers, was somebody who deeply believed in a government's central authority. I believe they wanted, like, presidents who were elected to serve for life, so... No, I doubt the Federalist Papers would agree with what you're thinking, okay?
And also the Bible.
Oh, and the Bible, okay. I forgot Jesus' anti-mask stance.
These guarantee my freedom and yours and our...
Wait, the Federalist Papers don't guarantee your freedom. Look, I understand how the Bible guarantees your freedom from a religious perspective, even though it doesn't do so in a legal perspective. But the Federalist Papers is not like a legal document. It's Hamilton explaining how government should function in the United States. It did have an influence on American governance, but it's not... whatever.
Children's to breathe oxygen.
Brad recently said, you seem mad. No, I'm not mad.
You're
to
very
be clear, mad is when you go in a cave, you poke a bear, and you piss him off. What you've done, you've poked the cubs. We are pissed off.
Wait, you've poked the cubs? Okay, look, if you're choosing an animal, right, to describe yourself off as as a pissed person, I feel like saying cubs is probably not the best. You should have said like lions, and you said bears. You should have stuck with bears. But cubs are like these tiny, adorable baby bears, right? They're these tiny little things. And as somebody who's queer, if I hear somebody describe themselves as a cub, that does anything but install fear in me. Also, I just want to throw that out there.
Teachers Union, Candace Owens is coming for you.
Amazing.
School board, the deplorers will come for you politically and financially.
Wait, Candace Owens is coming for you? Wait, what is Candace Owens going to do to the teachers union? Okay.
Union. Candace Owens is coming for you.
Oh no, she's gonna come with her podcast. No. Actually, to be fair, if you made the members of the teachers union listen to Candace Owens' podcast, that would be something to fear.
School board, the deplorables will come for you politically and financially. We will vote you out. If you own a business, we will boycott your business. In the past, you dealt with sheep. Now prepare yourself to deal with lions.
See, this guy knows what he's doing. The other guy said cubs. This guy, see, lions. See, stay on messaging, right? Stay in the very vaguely kind of threatening messaging, okay?
We need masking, physical distancing, cohorting, eating lunch in classrooms. We need it all back. We need it the same as last year.
I'm asking you to implement a temporary mask mandate, at least until every student has had the opportunity to be vaccinated against COVID-19.
Weird that she's the only one in medical garb.
This decision is not about parents' rights. This is about students' rights to safe learning environments.
Amazing.
Excuse me, Deputy, can you please escort the man in the back out, please? Thank you, with the clipboard. Thank you.
See, now that's something the Federalist Papers would endorse.
We certainly...
Oh, look, another medical person, this time a doctor, who's also speaking of it. Weird that the doctors and nurses are generally not... Okay, got you, okay. So... Wait, a doctor was threatened by dozens of anti-mask protesters as he left the meeting? Now, okay, I do not endorse that threat. Now, I do want to say, out of all the person who could be hurt physically, doctors probably have it the best off, because at least they know, like what's wrong with them, and they can probably treat it the best. It's like a NASCAR driver getting into a car accident. It's like, well, at least they know how it all works first, you know? Like, they probably know how to fix it best. Yelling at the doctor, child abuser. And the thing is, these people in the crowd should not be yelling or trying to threaten or call him a child abuser, the doctor in Tennessee, right? Tennessee is not a gigantic state with a ton of people. There's a decent amount of people in Tennessee, like a few million, but it's not a big-ass state with a ton of people, right? There's a good chance that all these people in the crowds who are anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers are going to catch COVID or some other disease, right? Since 92% of the people, as we learned in the last segment, from Lindsey Graham himself, so not somebody who's exactly a extremely pro-vaccine politician, right? That 92% of the hospital patients in South Carolina are unvaccinated. And unvaccinated people are being extremely overrepresented in COVID cases in hospitals. So if you're an anti-masker or anti-vaxxer in Tennessee and you see a doctor and you start yelling at him for supporting a mask mandate, there's a good chance that you're going to end up in that hospital, look up, and that doctor is going to end up being the one treating you. And then what you going to do then? You're kind of fucked then. His life's in your life's in his hands. I'm assuming he's a good doctor and would treat you anyway. But you never know, man. He might be having a bad day. You never know.
You are child abusers. There's a place for you guys. There's a bad place in hell. And everybody's taking notes, buddy. You know who you are.
Wait, did I see... You see... that guy with the mohawk? I wonder what side he's on.
There's for you guys. There's a bad place in hell. And everybody's taking notes, buddy. You know who you
But here's a question. Do you think George Washington is also in hell because he supported a vaccine mandate? If George Washington's in hell, I think it would most likely be for the slavery stuff and not for the vaccine stuff. By the way, they were yelling and abusing not abusing, but yelling, right? And screaming and flipping the guy off and saying you're going to hell and you're a piece of shit to the dude who wasn't even like a person who voted on it. Just a doctor who came in like, I care about the children of the county. I think the mask will help them. And that was enough to set him off. People are deranged.
I am recommending that you require masks for students, staff, and visitors in the elementary grade levels inside all buildings and buses, effective Thursday, August 12th, to give us a day to plan.
$1,800 of COVID-19 in children for the week of July 8th. That's just July? That's just one. Okay. And Tennessee isn't a big state. Jesus. Oh, and it doubled. Great. Brilliant. Now I want to get to some fun new anti-masker compilations. Haven't looked at one in a very long time, so I'm excited to see some updated lists.
Anti-mask Karen threatens school board members and accuses them of being demons.
Stick together. Remember, we have authority in Christ Jesus. These are demonic entities in all the school boards of all the United States of America.
Amen.
And all of us Christians will be sticking together to take them all out. All the police officers that kick us out for our First Amendment right will also be going down with them. Do you understand? I'm a nurse, infectious disease, 13 years.
Jesus would have watched Tucker Carlson, and Jesus is also very worried about Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's balls.
Masks don't work. These doctors that sit up here that were sneering at us and looking at us like we're scumbags, they need to go back to medical school.
Ma'am, you're out of order.
Kind of weird for her to say, go back to medical school when she's never been.
Please, this is your last warning.
Turn my mic on.
Communication.
Oh, well, she said to turn the mic on. You have to do it now. She said it. She's God King here.
They need to remember, natural immunity is best.
Wait, oh my God, they actually did it. Maybe she is. Damn.
All demonic entities, you are going to be taken down.
Me, ma'am.
The
You've
Lord
already had your first warning, and this is
You're
your
not a
last.
nice
You cannot
person.
speak anymore. The following individuals, please line up.
I see people do this all the time. They'll like have documents with them. I've seen it work on very few occasions. That if you just have a bunch of documents with, I saw it on like one occasion during a pullover. It was like, hey, you don't have cause to like search my car. If not, here is all the information you need. Leave me alone. And that was the only time I ever seen it work. But I've never, besides that one instance, right? I've never seen it like a cop was like, ma'am, I'm going to arrest you, or ma'am, you're not allowed in this area or to do what you're doing. Like, did you see my pamphlet? Oh, never mind. Welcome.
Can I speak to the centre manager, please? You're not upholding the law. Here is the law. You can read it for yourself.
It's true.
This is Bell and Tavistock. This is Bell against the Tavistock and Portman NHS Foundation Trust. It specifically says that children under 18 cannot give their informed consent to experimental medical treatment, and you need to go to the court to get it.
Oh, she's trying to say that the vaccine is an experimental medical treatment. Okay, well, that's bullshit, so. Well, at least I understand what she's trying to do.
Declaration! It says.
Usually in these scenarios, they just say a bunch of legal, like gibberish that makes no sense, but at least I understand it.
Here! Come and read it!
Pip, pip, and cheerio, my kids will not be vaccinated.
This is the own NHS Trust. You're breaking the law! And here is our court application. We're going to court next week. You've already received the pre-action protocol, and yet you're still.
Dylan, you remind me of this, which is even more insane. Let me bring it off stage for a second. So, guys, did you hear about our new self-appointed Queen of Canada? Crazy anti-vax lady sent this to my friend who works at the Shoppers Drug Mart. HRH, Queen Lady Romania Dildo, Head State and Commander-in-Chief, Head of Government of Canada, Queen of Canada, May 28th, 2021. To attention of the Prime Minister of Canada, Deputy Prime Minister, Health Minister, Health Officials, PHAC, CDC, there's CDC in Canada too, Provincial Territorial Premiers, Provincial Health Ministers, Health Officers, Armed Forces of Canada. Wow, this is a very wide-spanning message. Chief of Police, Mayors, Doctors, Nurses, and Pharmacists. Dear Sirs, I, Romania Dildo, Head of State and Commander-in-Chief, Head of Government of Canada and Queen of Canada, bring to your immediate attention and order you to cease and desist all the genocide and crimes against humanity under natural law, common law, treaty law, Article 6 and 7 of the International Court Statute, the Nuremberg Code, the Geneva Convention, the United Nations Convention, the United Nations Declaration of Rights of Indigenous Peoples in your jurisdiction. All COVID-19 vaccinations and experimental genetic biowarfare across Canada, all PCR testing across Canada, all masking private and public spaces, all transportations across Canada, all lockdowns across Canada, all quarantines across Canada, all closures of provincial and territorial across Canada, and all closures of international borders. This will serve as your lawful notice to cease and desist all further action described above, effective immediately. Furthermore, I declare all of Canada open upon publication of this order, including all borders between the United States and Canada. Special notes, Joseph Joe Biden is not President of the U.S. Wait, you're the Queen of Canada, okay? I was with you up till this point. And, wait, that's our business. Why are you going after Sleepy Joe? And the U.S. Armed Forces have been in control since January 14th, 2024. Yeah, stay in your lane, okay? An email from the Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. Armed Forces has been sent to the Armed Forces in Canada last night, acknowledging and confirming my authority as head. Wait, why would the American Armed Forces, whatever, as the head of state and Commander-in-Chief, head of government, and the Queen of Canada? Govern yourselves accordingly. Signed and sealed, HRH, Queen Lady Romania Dildo, Head of State and Commander-in-Chief, Head of Government of Canada, Queen of Canada, and Queen's official seal and signature. Wait. Queen's official seal and signature. There's no seal. Whatever. We the people. End of document. Wow.
Wear a mask in Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport.
Okay, so this guy's refusing to wear a mask. We'll watch one more.
Face is now
I do not wear a mask because I do not believe I need one.
You're literally everywhere.
If you're scared of me, that's you. That's on you.
Dude, he's so wasted.
If you don't believe in individual liberty. Yeah. Good luck in your life. I'm pretty sure I'm about to get kicked out of here, but you know what? I do not give a
There are children here. We are not going.
I do not give a crap.
Thank you. Better.
If you believe in what you believe,
I like how he actually altered his thing. There's children here. Oh, then I don't give a crap. I love that. I like how considerate he is. Yeah, he amended accordingly. Exactly.
Rise up and do not do it. It's that simple. It's that
This is gonna be me trying to get to Tennessee in a little bit.
simple. You have a right. My body, my choice. And I believe in that. My body, my choice. Anybody that doesn't believe in that, please walk.
You're now on the internet.
As he
Please walk.
Huh. I wonder if he ever got on the flight. Probably not.
They are escorting me out of the building. What's your title, sir?
Don't come near me.
What's your title?
Don't come near me.
Okay.
Keep walking.
And this is what happens when you stand up for freedom, and when you show up to work, willing to work, despite being unvaccinated. And this is the price you have to pay sometimes. But what they don't realize is that I'm willing to go lose everything. Job.
He's willing to lose everything for literally no reason. Oh, thank you. And thank you again. He's literally willing to lose everything over literally nothing. Look, there are a million jobs in the world where you have to get vaccinated in order to work that job. A great example is something that people got really angry over recently about there being COVID vaccinations for, and that's the military. Every veteran on this planet, unless they're lying to you, will look you in the eye and say, yes, they pumped me full of vaccines. No, I have no fucking clue were in all those vaccines what were in there. They pump you full of so many, and you have no idea what are in a lot of those vaccines. There's just too many for you to really ask about without you being like, okay, I give up. Now, the reason why is because Marines, the Army, the Navy, they have to go all the way across the globe to protect their national security, invade Iraq, to do whatever the hell, right? And in order to do that, you need vaccines depending on which environments you're going to. It's part of the job. And if you right now are a doctor in the middle of a pandemic, and you're tending to patients who have COVID, or dealing in a hospital that has COVID patients in it, you should need, by just the job description alone, to get vaccinated. You're going to be around people who have COVID all day. You should know, because of the industry you work in, how overburdened the medical system is right now. I mean, right now, the medical system, more and more beds are being taken up by COVID patients. A great example is, and this is a example that Lindsey Graham gave me, so not exactly a liberal biased source. Lindsey Graham reported that 92% of the patients in hospitals in South Carolina right now are unvaccinated. Now, I can't use a... Kidding. Women, am I right, chat? Anyway, 92% of those in South Carolina in hospitals are unvaccinated. They are overburdening the system. You're seeing photos and pictures and video of patients put outside of hospitals, waiting to get inside hospitals with IV bags in their arm. And this person is a doctor who's going to be around COVID patients all day. And he is willingly saying, yes, I want to work this job, which I have the knowledge to know that these vaccines work. The studies are clear that these vaccines work in protecting you from COVID. I am willing to put other patients and other medical staff and myself at risk just because I don't want to get vaccinated. And not only that, but I'm going to possibly overburden the very industry I work in for, again, just the purpose of not being vaccinated. Did he get fired? Honestly, fuck him. He should get unemployment. But no, if you're not willing to get vaccinated, you should not be working in the medical industry and most certainly not be working in hospitals.
Paycheck, freedom, even my life for this cause. Be well. United we stand.
Can I just say, I do believe him when he says he's willing to give his life to this cause, because if he's not getting vaccinated, compared to the rest of America, there's a higher than likelihood chance that he might actually give his life for this dumbass cause. So, I mean, he might actually do it.
Divided we fall.
And now this year, I'm a zero. This year, they want to force a vaccination or medication, a treatment into my body that I don't want. So they're telling me, you take the jab or we take your job. You take the jab or we take your job. And I'm here to say no, that's not okay. That's not okay.
Are we terminated? Is that what you said?
No.
Eddie, you said we're terminated?
Pardon?
Did you say that we were terminated?
Your access has been denied.
Are we terminated?
And yes, ma'am, you are.
So you're fired.
Could you imagine if you wanted to be a firefighter and you were gonna charge into a burning building, and you turn to the person next to you like, no, I don't need a mask for this. Well, no, you need a mask to go into that building, or you're gonna endanger other people. Then we might have to save you. You're not gonna be safe yourself. It's gonna make the job like 10 times harder. Nope, we don't want to. Yeah, of course you're gonna get fired. If you're working in a hospital and you don't want to get the COVID vaccine, yes, you're going to get fired. No shit.
Firing us.
Effective 9/1, you are off payroll effective 9/1.
Are you firing us?
I will not answer your specific questions. I have told you what I'm going to do.
But I have not quit. So am I being fired?
You are being terminated.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Hey, Allie.
Hey.
So, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get logged on to a computer, or?
I was gonna pick up some shifts and stuff. I just stopped to talk to her.
So you do not work here anymore. Sarah Beth had this conversation with you in detail. You talked to HR yesterday.
I did not quit, and I was not fired. There's no other option. There are only two options. I have not quit, and I have not received a termination letter.
You're gonna have to leave. We need your badge, and we need you to leave.
No. Under what? On what grounds?
We do not want this to get ugly.
On what grounds do you have?
We're gonna ask that you do the right thing and you leave right now.
No, you guys.
I refuse to be fired. I will not leave the building. Well, damn, I guess we gotta pay her now. I don't know how she thinks this is gonna go.
You guys chose not to do the right thing by not giving us a choice.
Are you working? You're here.
I am here.
Okay.
I was not able to clock in this morning.
She didn't get the vaccine either.
And you didn't do the vaccine either?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I was not terminated. I did not quit.
You guys keep saying we chose, but you gave us no choice.
Yeah, they did give you a choice to get vaccinated, which is a prerequisite for working at this hospital.
There was no choice. You guys took it away. We did not quit. Okay, so
there was a choice.
Okay, so then fire us.
You didn't.
So then fire us.
So I'm the director of security, and under my authority, I need both your ID badges.
I need my
right now.
termination letter.
I need your ID badges right now. This doesn't have to go this way. You can cooperate or you cannot.
You don't have any grounds to say
I do
that.
have grounds.
No, you don't.
You're videoing right now.
Yeah, I am. She is.
Could you imagine that you lose your job and everything you've worked years for because of Facebook memes telling you to eat horse paste? Do you fucking believe that shit? Unbelievable.
I am. Because you guys have no grounds to do this. You're saying do the right thing, so you know I'm in the right.
I'm asking
you have no
leave
legal
in a professional manner.
I'm not though. I will not leave in a professional
You don't
manner.
have my permission to record. I'm requesting.
Can work through a whole pandemic with no vaccine. Brave. God will forgive me. Because I'm being forced to do this.
I literally don't care that she's crying. I have zero compassion whatsoever. The only compassion I have for her is I feel sorry that she's bought into such dog shit bullshit off of the internet. That's the only compassion I could possibly have for her. Like I can't have any compassion if you had a job and you gave it all up because you could not do a basic prerequisite in the service of said job. Like, you're not going to get me to cry because somebody trying to work for the fire department doesn't want to learn how to use a fire extinguisher. Like, that's a prerequisite to do the job. If you don't learn how to use a fire extinguisher, you're putting the rest of the team at work at risk. You're putting yourself most certainly at risk. And now everybody's got to put more resources possibly on you if you get in trouble. Or in this instance, if you get sick, then you're going to be another burden on the health system. I have zero compassion whatsoever.
Worker stands up to a maskless man.
Even customers that get out.
It is illegal. Don't get on my customer. Don't touch me. My customer.
You're being aggressive to us right now. You need to get out.
Go ahead.
Get out.
Did you try to hold
Get out.
This is my gun.
Every customer complains. Because of you.
No. I don't. No.
Every customer complains.
No.
You're gonna have to get out. Get out.
Get out.
Don't you dare come
Every
out like
customer
that.
complains.
What do you mean? Go ahead. Go ahead. Hold the police. Get the hell out! Why are you coming out here? No,
He assaulted it. Yeah, this dude looks like the most dangerous man on the planet. This dude feels like, look, this dude walk into the room and people are like, dude, I already know his record, man. It's like 17 homicides, but the cops are too scared to arrest him. Terrifying. Yeah, I'm sure he put his hands on you.
I saw the whole thing. Get up. No,
Everyone knows this is the most threatening stance in America.
trash you. You're the one that doesn't want to wear a mask right now. We're all wearing masks. Every customer complains. You want to her? Go apart! Get the fuck out!
Honestly, this guy is protecting this dude on the left from those three women. They tear him apart.
In heart.
Parent at a school board meeting complains that a mask mandate would destroy her.
I am watching in
A mask mandate would destroy her. Okay, let's hear it. I also have a question. Does this school have a strong Native American community, or where did this come from? I'm just curious.
in heart as my white rights are evaporating at every moment.
Wait, did she say her white rights?
Destroy her.
I am watching in heart as my white rights are evaporating at every moment.
Her white rights. Huh.
Amazing.
Please protect my parental rights.
Wait, why is this woman clapping her? She said protect her white rights. What does that even mean?
Thank you, and like we said,
Oh, that guy on the left got out the pen and paper. He's writing down names.
we're fighting. We're fighting to keep that control and to make that decision here. We are. We're doing all we can. We're doing all we can. Thank you for sharing your story. We appreciate that. Is there anyone else?
Anti-lockdown protesters attempt to storm television center in London.
By the way, it was the wrong television center from the one they were trying to storm to stop the show of. And also, basically none of the staff were there. Could you imagine getting this angry and violent over being told to put on a mask? Have you seen it about the mom yelling about anal sex? I have not, but now I'm deathly curious. What?
Large stone.
Oh, that person just went. This person came prepared. They're masked up. They're plastic faced up. They've got the whole graphs. I'm sure that this woman will be as coherent and as productive as this woman who brought some lovely graphics to the meeting.
All right, well, I'm just thankful that y'all don't have the ability to make a mask mandate. And tonight I was going to talk about the need for a second high school, but I was sidetracked by, for the boys, or the idea of a Mexican is a Mexican is a Mexican.
I am very lost.
Take her out back, we boys figured, then hand on the put it in her coin box, put it in her cornhole, grab a hold of that braid, rub that calico. You can find that on page 39 of the book called Out of Darkness, which you can find at Hudson Bend Middle School and Bee Cave Middle School. All right, not gonna lie, I had to Google cornhole because I have the game in the back of my yard. But according to Wikipedia, cornhole is a sexualist slang vulgarism for anus. The term came into the use in the 1910s.
Okay, can I just say, so it was an open secret for me, or at least around some kids, about which books at the school had dirty words. This isn't like a new thing, and it's not something I particularly care about. But I don't think it requires this showing. I think it just maybe requires like a conversation with the teacher about what books are on the shelf.
United States is verb form to cornhole, which came into usage in the 1930s, means to have.
I don't think you need the history of the word cornhole. You can just say anus.
Which came into usage in the 1930s, means to have anal sex. I do not want my children to learn about anal sex in middle school. I have never had anal sex. I don't want to have anal sex. I don't want my kids having anal sex. I want you to start focusing on education and not public health.
Stone, you're on.
You are supposed to be educating our children.
Dude. Like, okay, you didn't need to tell everybody your sex life is boring. You could just keep it to yourself, okay? You didn't need to. You just be like, I don't want my kids to learn to read this in the books. And I don't think they're teaching them about anal sex. It was in a book. It was in a book on the shelf. It was probably like one of those, like some random book in the library. That's what it probably was. That people donated a bunch of books to the library and somebody didn't check all of the books and one of them got through, and that's probably what happened. I don't think they're teaching all your kids to gangbang each other in the anus. And I'm sorry that you're sex deprived. That's your business, but like you just said it publicly, so.
Not teach them about anal sex.
Thank you, Ms. Bell.
God.